What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Joe. This is Clutch Up Garage, and today I'm going to show you how to convert your 2006 to 2017 Harley-Davidson Dyna Wide Glide, Fat Bob, or any bike that came with forward controls from the factory to mid controls. So stay tuned. I think it's simpler than a lot of people think. I will plug you guys there on the time lapse of me pulling apart the inner and outer primary. I'm talking like 20 minutes of time. Now, I've done a bunch of them, so this one, the starter stuck real tight. But past that, 20 minutes of time, you have the right tools. I'm not going to go over how to do that. There's plenty of videos on my page showing how to take apart an inner and outer primary. What I did, this is a 2011 Dyna Wide Glide I have here, and I ended up trading a buddy of mine for the outer primary. So this is a pretty important part because the 06 and up Wide Glides, Fat Bobs, yada, 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 their inner primary did not come with the hole or this standoff right here. You can see it's flush with the rest of the outer primary. So that's a very important part. You can buy these, especially for the late model bikes, on eBay for under 200 bucks. So that's going to be one of the things you definitely want to purchase. I've seen people weld in stuff and make their own, but to save time and headache, get you an outer primary made for mid controls. Then, of course, you're going to need your mid controls. So you are going to need your peg mount, which again, I got this off a good friend of mine, super solid guy, hooked me up. You're going to need the inner shifter. So you can buy that from Harley still. Got your shift linkage there, and then your shifter itself. But past that, on the inner primary, there is a plug. All the inner primaries do have the hole for the shifter, but there is a plug in this hole, and it's super thin. I mean, like a few thou thin. So very, very thin. So what I did, I was going to take it to, I work in a machine shop, I was going to take it to a machinist, just have him bloop, bore me a hole, but curiosity got the best of me. So I took a drill bit, I started small, I started with a tiny drill bit, bloop, popped the hole through, okay? Stepped up to a bigger drill bit, kept drilling through, and you want to make sure you're drilling straight. Well then, I need a drill bit bigger than what my chuck and my drill will go. So I was thinking, you know, this is just cast aluminum, very, very soft material. So first of all, you want to be very careful. But I was like, you know what? I grabbed this 1/2-inch drill bit, which is the size. And again, this doesn't fit in my chuck. This is a brand new drill bit because it doesn't fit in my chuck. I've never used it. So it's very sharp. And I was like, And I kind of put it in there. And I was spinning it around. And I was like, man, I'm digging material just with my fingers. So what I did, I took a pair of vice grips, clamped them on here, and just slowly, with a little bit of pressure on top, made sure I was perfectly straight, and spun this drill bit down in. And I could feel it taking material, You're only talking like that thick of material you got to take out. Not super thick at all. I spun it by hand with vice grips, and guess what? We have a perfectly bored hole. 1/2 inch is the exact size you need. There's no lip inside of this hole. There's nothing for it to catch on. So I was like, son of a gun. So 1/2 inch drill bit. You can put in a pair of vice grips. If you've got a drill or a drill press, I don't have one of those either, that would probably be the best route. But the main thing is making sure you're going perfectly straight. And doing it by hand, you can go slow enough that you can make sure it's straight. If you're on a drill press and you got this thing just lifted a little bit, a couple thou, you're going to start drilling sideways. You don't want to do that. So I figured I would make a video to maybe save somebody some time and headache that's thinking about doing this. 1/2 inch drill bit. Did it by hand, super soft material, very easy to make it through. And where did I put that shifter? Oh. And now, it fits through there. Perfect. So we'll go through this way, and now you can shift. Now the main thing for that part is from Harley. If you go on their website, I will look up the part number because I just bought one. There is a bronze bushing that goes in the back side of the center primary, and that's also known as like a bearing. Bronze can be a bearing, bushing. So what that does is keeps the shifter from eating into the inner primary. Because like I said, this is very, very soft material. So I will plug the part number here after I find it. It'll be like right here at the bottom for the bushing. And I will take that to my machinist. I think they're like 1/2 inch tall. And he will bore a hole that's an interference fit on that bushing. So he'll bore a hole just a thou or two smaller than what that bushing is OD wise, outer diameter, and then he'll heat it up, put the bushing in, and then you'll be good to go. So that's really it, and the rest is putting it back together. So cover the steps one more time for you. Hopefully I'm not yapping too much. Buy or trade for an outer primary, because it will have this standoff right here. So I traded for that. Pulled the inner primary out, took a small drill bit, drilled through, bigger drill bit, drilled through, then I took my 1/2 inch drill bit and by hand spun it down in there, took enough material out. There is no lip, 1/2 inch is a perfect size. Then buy the bushing from Harley, or you can go to a hardware store probably and get you a bronze bushing, but the Harley one I know is perfect size, exactly what you want. It's $1.20, that bushing is, $1.20. Go to Harley, buy the bushing, take it to machine shop. You're talking like 15 minutes of machine work. So that should cost you under $100. So I would say if you are truly looking to turn your wide glide, fat bob, whatever it may be, into a mid-control bike, it would cost you less than $200. You'd have, or I'm sorry, less than $500. You'll have a couple hundred in a good outer primary, maybe $100 in machine work, and the bushing is $1.20. Now, I was lucky enough, I got my mid controls for free. So you're not gonna find that deal anywhere. He's a good friend, he helped me out. But mid controls you can find for a couple $100. So within $500, you can do most of this at home, minus the machine work. Unless you have a drill press with the right size drill bit for that bushing, you can do it all at home. So yeah, that is how you convert your forward control Dyna late model 06 and up to mid controls. Thank you guys for watching. We are building a 2011 Dyna right now. I got part 1 and 2 up. Part 3 is coming. So yeah, stay tuned, sub, like the channel, give me a ring. Thanks for watching.